Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Monica Wicki.
Yeah, and I'm Logan Rader, and this is New Mexico living, wilding.
It's all the things.
Lizzing. What does lizzing even mean?
It's all the things.
It's like a Lizzo verb. She's lizzing.
It is kind of like, yeah, it's like an action.
You're living like Lizzo. You're lizzing. Okay. Well, we got a busy show for you today, and hopefully I'll be able to speak throughout the entirety of it.
Yes.
All right, so let's just get into it. New Mexico State University is now offering people a chance to learn about chili peppers. Fun. The university is open for self-guided tours at their Chili Pepper Institute, teaching garden. Now, the garden's theme, Flavor Nuances, highlights the subtle and unique flavor profiles in more than 150 chili peppers. Wow. Tours are free and reservations must be made at the Institute. The garden will close for tours around late October.
Okay.
If you're going to be here in New Mexico, if a New Mexican or a tourist coming into New Mexico, how fun is this? Chili peppers are a staple here, of course.
They're absolutely a staple, and I
Learn
think
about them.
getting that firsthand look, getting to walk through the chili garden, getting to learn about the species. Like we learned months ago that there's not two different kinds of chili, but it's all about the time that differentiates between green and red. And agriculture is such a huge part of the fabric of New Mexico. So getting this opportunity to go see firsthand, get an up close look, learn a little bit, and just have a deeper appreciation for the green chili.
Think about the aroma.
Yeah. This is cool.
Walking in the chili field, I can just smell it
Yes.
now. Yeah, really, really cool. Something
This
you
is
can do
cool.
here. Something you can't do everywhere. I'll tell you that
Exactly.
much.
Take advantage of it before it closes in October.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. New Mexico students will soon be back in the classroom, and the state is once again giving parents a break on back-to-school shopping. So tax-free weekend, it gets underway just after midnight on Friday. It continues through Sunday night. Now, during that time, sales tax will not be charged on items like computers, school supplies, clothes, and shoes. The Tax and Revenue Department says shoppers could save 5% or more on their purchases. We do know that things are expensive nowadays, just kind of, every time I go to the grocery store, I feel like the bill is a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. And though Bronson isn't full-blown school age just yet, he will be at some point. You'll have to buy all the supplies. You'll have to, get him ready and prepared. And that means new clothes, new shoes, all that good stuff. And yeah, any kind of savings that you can have, I think is a good thing.
This is going to be a lot of savings, actually, when you're going back and getting all those back-to-school items, right? There's tax on every single item that you buy, and so that adds up. This is going to save you. This is not just going to save you 50 cents. It's going to save you dollar amounts, like a lot of them. So yeah, take advantage of this. It's going to be a great time. Get the kiddos everything they need. Getting ready to go back to school. Do you remember that when you would get ready to go back to school?
So I remember my school, they had the pre-done pack, right? So they had a list of everything you needed for the school year, and you could either get the pre-done pack that had everything, but it was all generic and basic. I wanted, the really sparkly folders and the Lisa Frank this and that. So I didn't want to get like the pre-made one. I wanted to go to the store and pick out all of my own stuff. Really quick though, if you are able, while you're out getting those school supplies, maybe throw in a couple extra things for the teachers, because a lot of times they do have to supplement their own classroom with their money for stuff that their students need. So if you are able to, with some of the savings from tax-free weekend, or you're just feeling generous, please pick up a few things for our teachers. They work so hard, and I know that will really help them out.
My wife's a teacher, and I know firsthand how hard teachers work. Taylor is constantly buying things for her classroom out of pocket that she doesn't get reimbursed for. So like you said, if you could throw something in for the teachers there, even a little something. Doesn't have to be grand, just be a little something. Goes a long way.
It does. It does. All right, everybody, if you're looking for something to do, here are some local events that are happening around New Mexico. For those who are looking to get funky,
me,
okay, you should head over to the Canteen Brew House on Friday for their Motown Soul Dance Party. There, DJ Big Worm will be spinning all the retro funk, R&B, and Motown hits that make you move. If you want to attend, it's happening Friday the 25th, beginning at 7:30 p.m. It is free to attend, so go enjoy some cold beer, hot tracks, and all the good vibes in order to make it a night to remember.
Funky fresh!
On a Friday.
I love it. Or if you're looking for some fast-paced action, you should head over to Expo New Mexico this Saturday. That's because they are hosting the Turn Up the Heat Albuquerque Roller Derby versus the World mashup event.
My goodness.
Sick with it. Love it. This is Albuquerque's Roller Derby's one and only home game of 2025. They have one home game. That's it. The rest of them are on the road, I guess. So yeah, you don't want to miss the one home game they have. It begins at 6 p.m. and tickets are $10 to $13. Kids 12 and under are free. Fast-paced adrenaline here.
My hairdresser back home in Dallas did roller derby, and she had some crazy stories.
Bodily injury happens
Absolutely.
in the roller derby.
Quite frequently. All right, everybody. Up next, it's a first of its kind for Goodwill, and they want the whole community to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about none other than the inaugural thrift crawl. If this sounds like something that you would like to get in on, then you got to stick around to find out what it is, because on the other side of the break, we're speaking with Goodwill about this thrift crawl and what it's all about. You've had the pub crawls. What do you think of thrift crawls? Just stick around. We're
Yeah,
going to tell you all
we're
about
gonna
it.
let you know. First, though, we got to give you a look inside our New Mexico Living green room. There's Goodwill hanging out.
There's our guests. Wow.
And now a check on your local forecast.
Voting is now open for the BOLOs, where all of you get to pick which local businesses are the best in the land of enchantment.
Visit krqe.com/New Mexico Living right now to cast your vote. Don't wait too long. Voting closes on August 22nd.
Goodwill of New Mexico is the proud coffee mug sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Well, they are hitting the road as a way to celebrate National Thrift Shop Day. For the first time ever, Goodwill Industries of New Mexico is hosting a thrift crawl.
Yeah, what is a thrift crawl, you may ask? Well, here's the answer. It's like a pub crawl, but for treasure hunters, thrifters maybe, which sounds like an amazing time.
Yeah, it absolutely does. So here today to tell us more about this inaugural crawl are Goodwill Industries of New Mexico Chief Administrative Officer Melissa Stock, as well as Goodwill's Marketing Manager Marty Ritchie, friends of our show. Ladies,
Yay.
thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
We are so
Yeah.
excited to share about our thrift
Yeah,
crawl.
tell us all about it.
Oh my goodness. It's the first time we've ever done this. It's on National
Thrift Shop Day, right?
So there should be people all over the country doing this, but the one here in New Mexico is going to be really special. We're going to go to 3 stores. We're going to start at our brand new store that will just barely be open by 10 days at that point. We're going to go to 2 other locations, but the really fun part is that there's going to be gourmet treats and swag and trivia and prizes. I mean, we are just going to treat everyone to an amazing time.
This is quite the undertaking for the first of its kind event.
Yeah, and it's all on a luxury air-conditioned bus, and
Hey.
you'll hang out with other thrifters just like
we
you,
go.
and
There we go.
share tips.
What made you guys want? What made you guys want to do something like this?
Yeah.
Well, you know, thrifting is just such a super fun activity. You know,
It is.
whether you need to do it or you want to do it, I can promise you there's going to be all kinds of treasures at each of these stops. You're going to be able to win gift cards. There's going to be bubbly.
You never know
Lovely.
the thrill of the hunt, right? You'll never know what you'll
Yeah,
find.
There we
yeah.
go.
I can't tell you what kind of treasures, but there will be treasures. That is for sure.
So people are hopping on a bus and you're taking them to multiple thrift shop
Right.
locations.
yes, exactly.
They're going to get off at each stop.
Right.
Are they
Yep.
just going to start shopping? Or there's going to be something they're looking for? How's this going to work for them?
Well,
Is there a map?
I'm glad. I'm glad you asked. Yeah, they will get to, of course, just shop for whatever they want. And actually, we think they'll probably find lots of stuff. So we have big bins that'll go underneath this wonderful coach. So if you buy lots of stuff, no worries.
We'll hold it.
Okay.
We'll
We'll,
hold it
God's
on
space.
hold it. We'll hold it for you. But yes, there will be both sort of a scavenger of sorts,
Okay.
and then also just look for fun stuff that you love.
So who should participate in this? Who is this for? Are there some requirements? Is this for everybody?
Isn't it for?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the only requirement really is that you have to be 21 or over, since
Okay.
we'll be serving some bubbly on the bus, perhaps.
Okay.
And otherwise, it's open to anybody who loves a good deal. And so many people know and love Goodwill for so many years.
Yeah.
This is just a new way to interact with us a little bit and to meet your fellow thrifters and have some fun and find those great deals. It's back to school time, so maybe you're looking
Yes.
for your kids' clothing ideas, that kind of thing as well.
Great Friends Day Out.
It
There
is,
we
yeah.
go.
There's
Yeah.
a community around thrifting,
There we go.
right?
for
I
sure.
used to
Yes.
find a lot of really hip sweaters back in the day when I would go thrifting. That was my thing for the longest time. Maybe you'll find a sweater for the fall this year. Who knows? You probably
Right.
will.
Yes.
You guys have a new store opening and a re-grand opening in Espanola. Talk to us about this.
Yeah, the new store opening, it's at 98th and Blue Water. We're really, really excited about it. In fact, I was just at the store yesterday. It is going to be beautiful. We're going to be trying out probably one of our new concepts there, which is we're going to be doing really cool pop-up stores at different locations. And so we may have or may not have a furniture pop-up on that grand opening weekend with
Furniture
lots of furniture. So
Yeah.
anyway,
May or maybe not.
yeah,
Who knows?
may or maybe not, but
We have a
but
little sidewalk
yeah,
sale, yeah.
but we're just really excited to make new friends and new neighbors in that part of our city. And of course, because it always goes back to our mission, we'll have job counselors there so people can come in and help find a job. I mean, that's the other reason we do all this, right? We want to make sure people understand that Goodwill is a local nonprofit. 88 cents of every dollar you spend stays right here in our community to help your friends, my friends, our neighbors, our whole community You know, a high tide lifts all boats, and that's what we're trying to do here.
I think that's a beautiful metaphor, and it's exactly what you guys are doing at Goodwill. You're giving in so many ways. You're giving people the chance to get back on their feet, but you're also giving people the chance to find something new to them to love, which is really very cool. Let's get the logistics on the crawl. How do we sign up, get our tickets, because I know they're going fast?
Go to goodwillnm.org/thrift crawl, and that'll take you to the link to buy tickets and give you more information. And yeah, tickets are going fast. So
how many do you have left? Not very many.
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 tickets left. Yeah, for the ultimate thrifting experience right here.
Don't
the Thrift
miss
Crawl.
out. Yeah.
Treasure Trail 2025
There
with
you go.
Goodwill. The inaugural one, too. So when they're doing this like 20, 30, 40, you can say, I was at the first one.
Very first one.
And it was amazing. A website one more time, guys. We can go for more information.
goodwillnm.org/thrift crawl.
There we go. Don't miss out.
It's gonna be a good time.
8 tickets left. You better get in on
right.
it. All right.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ladies.
All right. For more information on this entire interview, head over to krqb.com. Click on that New Mexico Living tab.
Don't go anywhere. There is more New Mexico Living. When we return, we'll be right back.
The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce Convention and Tourism Department is the proud iPad sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Well, kids are getting ready to head back to the classroom, and I think it goes without saying that parents want them to be and stay healthy.
Yeah, and there are several things parents can do to ensure their kids stay healthy and happy as they tackle this new school year. So, here with us today to break down some of the ways we can keep our kids' immune system strong and healthy is Dr. Pawida Kasemsep with Optum New Mexico. Doctor, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, kiddos, about to head back into the classroom. Vaccines are important, and of course, can you talk to me about the vaccinations that are recommended for children before they head back to the classroom?
Yes, of course, there are vaccines that are recommended and there are vaccines that are required.
Okay.
And different age group have different requirement. You know, preschoolers have a different requirement. Kindergarten has another set of requirement. And then, of course, there's the middle school kids and then the high school kids.
Okay.
So some common requirements are the diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis. Pertussis is known as whooping cough, which is highly contagious and still goes around in New Mexico and across the country.
Right.
Polio is another one. Measles, mumps, rubella, which has been getting a lot of buzz lately this summer with measles cases in New Mexico and surrounding states. And of course, the chickenpox vaccine. So those are some of the requirements for kindergarten. And then going to middle school, again, you need another booster of the tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, and the meningitis vaccine.
Okay.
And then going into high school, junior and senior years are requiring the second booster of the meningitis vaccine.
Okay.
So a few different requirements dependent on your age, just important to know what those are so when you go to your primary care, they're able to get you the vaccines that you need. What are some other things, though, that we should consider as we get ready to head kids back to the classroom other than vaccinations, just to keep them healthy? What else should we be thinking about?
So most importantly is really having that annual well child check with your pediatrician or your doctor.
Yeah.
That is really an important part of getting ready for back to school, in addition to shopping school supplies and such. And the reason for that is you want to make sure that your child is healthy and ready for school, both physically and emotionally.
Right. This is very, very important stuff. And speaking of important, a healthy diet is incredibly important, not just for all of us, for children in particular, when it comes to their growth and development. What are some ways that we can ensure our kids are getting proper nutrition?
Yes, it starts off with a really healthy breakfast.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Don't skip breakfast.
Even if the kid says they're not hungry, it is so important. Why is it so important?
Well, I mean, they haven't eaten all night, and it's called breakfast, which is a break in fasting, and they need those nutritious vitamins, minerals, carbohydrate, proteins to get their brain started.
Yeah.
So it's really important to do that.
So we're looking at things like eggs, maybe, or
eggs
like
are great.
Okay.
Yeah, fruits and vegetables are great.
Okay.
Whole grains
Yeah.
like oatmeal is great. Try to stay away from sugary products.
Yes.
Like
So
I was about to
Pop-Tarts
say.
are a no.
Well,
no.
technically, everything in moderation, but yeah, you don't want your kid funneling down Pop-Tarts every single morning. That's not going to be good. Every now and then, though, is fine, I feel like. So just proper breakfast is key.
It's key to a healthy start to the day.
Even if the kid's not hungry, you got to try to
Absolutely.
get them to have something.
Absolutely.
Doctor, is there anything else you want to tell parents that are watching this just as they get ready and they're making that checklist of getting their kid ready for school that you just want them to be mindful of?
Yeah, so many. Gosh, proper sleep, proper nutrition, making sure that they, have exercise throughout the day as well, and then really just being connected to them about their behavioral and mental health, how things are going at school. That's really important.
Yes, that's funny you say that. Behavioral mental health, because we're talking about the physical, right, with the healthy breakfast and the good sleep. But the mental aspect of things is also so very important. What are ways that we can ensure that our kids are just staying on track, maybe, when it comes to their mental health?
Yeah, so open, honest conversation is really important. Getting your kids to talk to you about what's going on at school. Right. Having family meals is really important, where you actually sit down, turn off your phone, turn off your TV, and really talk. Yeah. And sometimes it can be hard to get connected to them, especially teenagers. They don't want to talk to your parents. Right. So Optum has created these conversation cards for families to start the conversation. They're digital cards that you can download for free. And our website is optumconversation.com. Okay. And you can get your free deck of cards to start a conversation about how things are going in their lives, at school, with their friendships. Yeah.
Really going to help the parent be present, right? And ask the right questions without, I don't know, making the kid mad or coming at it in a strange way.
Letting the child know that they're a safe space to talk to as well. Anything that they may be dealing with, the parent is somebody that they can go to find that guidance.
Absolutely.
So, what is that website one more time for the conversations?
Yes, optumconversation.com.
Awesome.
All right, Doctor, thank you so much for coming in. A lot of helpful tips today for the kiddos as they head back to the classroom. Appreciate you coming in today.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, guys, for more information on this entire interview, head over to krtv.com, click on that New Mexico Living tab. Still to come, July is Sarcoma Cancer Awareness Month, which means we are spending a little more time raising awareness about what sarcoma cancer really is.
Yeah, after the break, we're hearing from the New Mexico Cancer Center about how to treat sarcoma cancer and the best ways to detect this type of cancer early, so stay with us.
Albuquerque Florist is the proud set flowers sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Now, we say it a lot here on the show, but getting regular checkups and screenings is just so vital to ensure your body is staying healthy.
Yeah, that's right, especially when it comes to cancer detection. With July being Sarcoma Cancer Awareness Month, we're diving a little deeper into the different types of sarcoma cancer.
That's right. We recently sat down with the New Mexico Cancer Center and learned all about sarcomas, what they are, how to treat them, and the importance of always being in tune with your health. Take a listen.
New Mexico Cancer Center and Health Specialists of New Mexico are the proud sponsor of Health and Wellness on New Mexico Living.
Hi, I'm Barbara McEnany. I'm a medical oncologist, a cancer doctor, and I'm the CEO of New Mexico Cancer Center.
My name is Karina Ochoa, and I am a pharmacy technician at New Mexico Cancer Center.
There are several different categories of cancers. The common ones come from gland tissue, like breast or prostate, but sarcomas come from muscle or bone. And a cancer is a cell that's growing out of control. No respect for what the rest of the body wants or needs, it just grows. So if a muscle cell or a bone cell starts growing out of control, that's what a sarcoma is. The treatment of sarcoma has evolved over the years. Surgery is still the main way that we treat sarcoma. You have to take it out. But the key of taking it out is to do as least damage to the patient and the function of the place you're taking it out, like if it's an arm or a shoulder. You don't want to make it so the patient can't use that limb. So surgery has to be done very carefully by someone who has a lot of experience in that particular type of a cancer. And these are rare cancers. But often we will add radiation and sometimes chemotherapy to shrink the cancer down so that when they do the surgery, they don't have to take as much tissue out.
I had terminal sarcoma when I was 19 years old. So it really shaped who I became as an adult. And I was pretty much stuck in hospitals for a few years. And I think it's made me a lot more compassionate and understanding. And it's also made me a lot stronger, both personally and also as a technician, because I can stop what I'm doing and actually put myself in our patient's shoes. I just wanted to make it really clear that a cancer diagnosis does not mean that you're going to die. I mean, I've signed so many papers and so much paperwork telling me that the worst possible side effect of all the treatments that I did was death, and that it might not work. But with all the advancements in science and all the caregiving that we do, I mean, you can survive. I did, and thousands of other people did, and you definitely can. The physical part of having a sarcoma, it required a lot of physical therapy. It was in my right shoulder, and I'm right-handed. So it did require a lot of physical therapy. Like Dr. McEnany had said, they didn't want to take out too much. So I did do radiation first, and it did shrink it down a bit, but I mean, there's only so much you can shrink it down. The emotional and physical journeys of chemotherapy or radiation or surgery involving any type of cancer is very, very traumatic. It's emotional and it's confusing and you're scared. And even though people are telling you that everything's gonna be okay, there's always some little part of you that's thinking that maybe it's not. And that personally was a really big part of my issues. And I think that people really need to understand that it takes an entire village. There's not just one nurse, there's not just one doctor. You know, there's a whole team that's taking care of you and putting you first. And it's really important to get to know that team and to be close with them, because they're the ones that are gonna make you comfortable. They're gonna listen to any issues that you have, and I think that's really important.
We built our process at New Mexico Cancer Center understanding that patients like Karina cannot do a lot of things for themselves. And so our philosophy has always been, we're not going to expect the patient to do anything except show up, and sometimes they need help doing that. So we work very hard to have the right team of doctors and nurses and pharmacists and pharmacy technicians and radiation therapists and everybody, because it really takes that whole team coordinating the care and making sure it happens in the right area. But you can't lose sight of the fact that there's a human being behind all that effort, and that they have emotional problems going on because it's scary and it's depressing and you feel so exhausted you can barely think. So we want to be able to help people through that. So we've set up nutrition support. We have working with people for lifestyle changes, for exercise type processes. We have psychologists that we can get to through a telepsych program, so that people don't have to travel, but they can have some support along those lines. But most importantly, knowing that when you have a cancer and you're under treatment, if you have a side effect, you need to have it addressed right now. And going to the emergency department and waiting for 12, 18 hours is not right now. So we do make our answers to patients' phone calls within an hour, and we bring them in a lot if they need something. If they're feeling dehydrated or nauseated, we bring them into the office and we treat it so that they never feel sick enough to have to go to the hospital. So we work very hard to make sure that works for patients.
Just very, very important stuff right there to keep in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. For more information on that interview, guys, head over to KRQE.com, click on the New Mexico Living tab.
Just ahead, helping you find your new best friend, Animal Humane New Mexico has so many sweet animals ready to be brought into your forever loving home, and they're getting ready to host an event aiming to help with just that.
Here's a tease for who the next pet is.
That was very overt.
That's the tease. All right, we're speaking with Animal Humane, learning more about kitten yoga.
Namaste.
Yeah, namaste. And meeting our adoptable pet of the week. Meow. Stay with us.
Garcia Subaru is the proud pet pick sponsor for New Mexico Living.
All right, time for the Garcia Subaru pet picks.
Yes, let's meet our pet of the day. Everyone say hello to Raider.
Wow, I love the last
name.
name.
So patriotic.
Take the I out of that name, and it's the best name ever. Okay, Raider is a 2-year-old mix between a Rottweiler and a mountain dog that belongs to Diane Huffer.
Yeah, she says that he weighs in at about 109 pounds, but does not act like it. Raider is always trying to fit under her table because I guess he grew up with other dogs, but they were all smaller than him. So he was like, I can fit there too.
Don't you love the name?
I do love the name. It's a good name. But he's a sweet boy. I like how patriotic he is in his little hat.
Raider, you're part of my family. We are blood brothers with that name.
Sweet pup.
And you are so American. He looks like, who does he look like?
Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I was about to say. He looks
Uncle
like
Sam.
Uncle Samuel right there.
Yeah.
Okay, if you would like for us to feature your pet like Raider, it's simple. Head over to KRQE.com, click on the New Mexico Living tab, then click on the Send Us Your Pet Pics tab. Tell us all about your pet and submit a photo. All right, connect to your inner Zen while maybe meeting a new friend. Animal Humane New Mexico is getting ready to host a kitten yoga event with the goal of helping you relax and possibly adopt.
Yeah, I would not be paying any attention to the class if adorable kittens were running around, but here today to tell us all about kitten yoga and highlight our pet of the week, who is full of energy, is the Associate Director of Marketing with Animal Humane New Mexico, Madison Beats, friend of the show. You brought let's get right into it, because this guy is full of energy and we're going to try to keep him contained. Who'd you bring with you today?
You know what? This is great practice for me as someone who comes on the show regularly with adoptable pets. Sometimes they're a little bit more independently motivated than others.
This is true.
And this is certainly true of Wybie. He is an approximately 12-week-old black and white domestic short hair kitten. And he is so sweet, he is so vocal, and he is just ready to party.
Yeah.
And he loves the idea of being able to check out the studio, live his own life, but he also has this perfect mix of wanting those pets, wanting to snuggle. So
and explore.
Again, and explore. So yeah, a wonderful combination, and again, great practice for me.
Yeah.
But he is a fabulous little boy.
He's so
he
cute.
is so sweet and loving. He is neutered, he is vaccinated, he is microchipped, and he is ready to climb his way right into your heart and your family.
Are you just so ready to be somebody's best friend?
If only I had a laser pointer right now, we would have Wybie would be entertained for forever. Where can we find him for adoption?
So he is available at Animal Humane New Mexico's main campus, and that's exactly where we're going to be having our kitten yoga class this weekend as well.
Beautiful segue. Talk to us about kitten yoga.
Yes, so kitten yoga, as you can imagine, if you haven't participated before, is the most fun way to find your zen. It is just a great benefit, not only for our cats, but for our community. Yeah. Every single dollar raised through those ticket sales helps support the lives of pets, just like sweet Wybie here.
Oh.
And it's so great. You can just relax, get an hour of your life to just focus, spend some time with some furry, cuddly friends, get your stretch on.
Yeah.
And we're just so grateful to be able to offer this to the community, but it's also a great way to give back. If you're not quite ready to adopt, to foster, or if you can only do a certain level of donation, it's a great way to get involved and get a great thing out of it for yourself, but also do a wonderful thing for the community.
It is kind of like this dual win, right? You get to kind of just relax, take a step back from like your busy life, but so do the kittens that are going to be there. We talk a lot about the shelter kind of being overwhelming and overstimulating, and getting them into a space that's maybe a little bit more calm and relaxed is beneficial for them as well. So they can really be their most authentic and true selves while they meet their potential future forever home.
Exactly, and that is always an option. If you fall in love during kitten yoga, you can put in an application to adopt maybe some of the pets who will be in there. Wybie may be one of them if he isn't adopted before then. But we always have toys, treats, all of the fun things so that they can just enjoy. While you're in your downward dog, you might have a kitty cat crawling on top of you.
I was just about to ask. Are they going to be crawling just around? So
yeah.
So there's going to be a trained instructor teaching the class, yes?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. So we've got a trained instructor. We work with Bliss in the City, which is a mobile yoga studio.
Fantastic.
A lot of people know Blissful Spirits. That's their mobile yoga provider.
Very cool.
And amazing instructors, so sweet with the cats. And then, of course, take it at your own pace. If you're in a downward dog and you've got a kitty cat crawling on top of you and you want to lay down into Shavasana, find your center.
Wow.
I know terms.
Someone has done yoga before.
I have done yoga one time.
She's a pro now. How do we register?
So head straight to animalhumanenm.org. Spots are limited, though we'll always have more available. But check out our website, animalhumanenm.org. Go to our events tab. Yeah. And then, of course, if you're interested in Wybie or getting involved in anything else we have going on in the community, head straight to, again, animalhumanenm.org. Learn more on our social media channels as well, at animalhumanenm. And then maybe you'll find your zen and your perfect partner.
There we go. There we go.
I think
Wybie.
he found his zen.
Yeah,
He
honestly,
did.
Matt, props to you because he was kind of squirming and then you just
You
kinda-
handled him
You reeled him in
beautifully,
on
yeah.
it. Wybie. I think you're the Wybie whisperer. That's what you are.
The Wybie Whisper hashtag.
What a unique thing.
The Wybie whisperer, Madison Beats in the house. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
Always
for
a
having
pleasure.
us.
Thank you, Wybie, for being here.
Yoga, how fun. All right,
Very fun.
Wybie, enjoy your forever home. He looks like he's getting sleepy.
He
Look at him.
does. He's like,
Look at
it's
him.
nap time now.
Look at him, he's like,
Aw, look at the little feet.
The Wybie whisperer has
Love it.
calmed Wybie. Okay.
All right, guys, for more information on this entire interview, you can head over to KRQE.com and click on the New Mexico Living tab.
Stay with us, guys. There's more New Mexico Living. Return.
The County Line is the proud loft sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Okay, time to show some New Mexico United pride.
Do we think this dress would cover the New Mexico United
Very
yellow?
Somos Unidos of
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, if the shoes were black, then it would be good.
I know.
But she wore the green to match.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So today we're highlighting David Candelaria's Spirit flag.
Okay, where are you at, David? There we go. We've seen that flag before. David says this flag is always flown on game days. If there's one thing that's important for a diehard fan, it's to have his or her flag flying on game day.
Yeah, absolutely. So it doesn't matter if it's a home game or an away game, the flag is always flying high.
Yeah, that's tradition for him. I always hang my Cleveland flag during the football
You do.
season.
I've seen it many, many times.
And then people drive by and they always point and laugh.
So my grandpa is
I don't get it.
Well, that remains to be seen.
I don't get it.
Oh, good. Thank you, Bobby. Let's
there we
bring
go.
this
Thank you,
into the, yay.
Yeah, hey, show us really quickly. Look, we have our,
Don't show.
well, it was there. Bobby, bring it on over. Come here, Bobby. Come here. Hold on. We have,
Let's fix the situation.
Bobby's going to fix it for us. We got a Somos.
That's fun.
This
It's
is
like a rally towel.
It's
Yeah.
a towel right here. Yeah, flags. Important for the
Yes.
ultimate fan, to
Yes.
say the least, right? This looks like a terrible towel, which is
A little bit. Don't need to reference that. All right, guys, if you would like for us to feature your New Mexico United fan pick, it's simple. Head over to KRQE.com, click on the New Mexico Living tab, then click on the Send Us Your New Mexico United fan picks tab. Lots of tabs. Tell us all about your picture and hit submit.
All right, the summer is about halfway over. How?
I know, that's crazy.
Wow, which means it is time to think about savoring the final sunshine and just start planning for the fall.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ashley Howard is standing by with the top seasonal products at the best prices and this week's epic discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I am Ashley Howard. I want you to take out your phone and scan the QR code and get ready to save big. Today's lineup is just going to blow you away, so let's jump right in. First up, the Ninja Creamy Ice Cream Maker. If you've ever wanted to create your own ice cream, sorbet, or gelato at home, this is the machine for you. Just freeze your base, pop it in, and enjoy rich, creamy frozen treats in minutes. We tested it in the Best Reviews testing lab, and it is clear to see why everyone on social media is just raving about it. Let's keep enjoying that summer weather with the sounds and sights of the outdoors with the NetView by Bird 5 Smart Bird Feeder. If you are a bird lover, this is a must-have. This innovative bird feeder uses AI technology to identify over 6,000 bird species, sending you a notification every time a bird visits. It also features a built-in camera so you can watch the birds up close through your smartphone. Next, the brand new Apple iPad Air 11-inch, powered by the M3 chip. Built for Apple Intelligence, it includes 256 gigabytes of storage, Wi-Fi, a 12-megapixel front and back camera, Touch ID, and all-day battery life. It's light as a feather and powerful enough for creative pros, students, and everyone in between. And speaking of those students, parents of the high school class of 2025 or current college students, many colleges want that first tuition payment by Friday. If grants or federal loans don't cover everything, scan the QR code or head to money.com to compare lenders and start the application process. Most students apply with a parent cosigner to lock in lower rates. But here's a detail that parents are going to appreciate. Once eligible, your student can apply for cosigner release, which takes your name off the loan. You can fund up to 100% of school certified costs, tuition, housing, even books with no application fees. Visit money.com, click the banner, and finish the 3-minute application and lock in your rate before the Friday deadline. Let's get a look at all of our products and services for the season. Head to epicdiscounts.com or scan the QR code on your screen and get ready to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
What are you chuckling at?
Because the bottom tile just said money.
Yeah, it's for money.com where you get your student loans.
Just made me laugh. I don't know. It was just like, what do you want to save? Money. It's right there.
Okay.
And I want the ice cream maker.
Yeah.
My waistline doesn't, but I do.
Okay.
All right. Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar.
Yep, you can find more on the products and where to buy them on our website, always on KRQE.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Money.
Slim Chickens is the proud kitchen sponsor for New Mexico Living.
All right, guys, so we didn't talk about it off the top of the show because we had a lot we wanted to get in today, obviously in a finite amount of time, so we wanted to make sure we got all of that. But we would be remiss if we did not at least spend some time on this show honoring the life of the incredible legend, Ozzy Osbourne, who we unfortunately lost yesterday.
A legend would be an understatement, right? This guy transcended music in so many ways. The music you listen to today, he inspired so much of that.
Metal would not exist if it wasn't for Ozzy Osbourne. And I know there's a lot of subsets of metal, but you wouldn't have that kind of music if this man wasn't bold enough to take what we knew as music back in the 60s and 70s and said, I'm going to do it different. And I feel like Ozzy, whether it was like an inadvertent thing or an overt thing, he, I think, was kind of this first individual to make it okay to be weird. Yeah. Like if you were different, if you didn't fit the mold, if you didn't want to conform and you wanted to do things your own way, he was this great example of do it because there's somebody out there that's going to resonate with it. Absolutely. And I think he is a beautiful version of self-expression.
He was absolutely revolutionary in so many ways. And he also had some ties to New Mexico.
He did, yeah. Let's read those really quick.
Some ties to New Mexico. Here they are. Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, I don't know if y'all knew this. He was an Alamogordo Chamber of Commerce member.
I love that.
Believe it or not.
I love it.
Ozzy Osbourne. He confirmed to August March that he wrote the song No More Tears right here in Albuquerque.
How incredible.
Okay. Ozzy came to Tingley Coliseum with special guest Metallica.
Yep.
That was on May 13th at 7:30 p.m. in 1986.
Yep.
Okay. And then last but not least, Ozzy has performed 7 times at Tingley Coliseum, 2 times at Isleta Amphitheater.
Yeah.
He will be severely missed.
But his impact will live on forever.
Forever.
Forever. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne.
Have a good one, guys.